Good morning. Let's see here. Good morning. Dave, I can't hear you. You're on mute.
Good morning. How you doing?
There you are. Good. I just realized there's a code needed to get in here. I hope most people know that.
Mine went right in.
It did? Maybe
Yeah,
it's people on the outside.
On KWSA site.
Okay. Let me just send a message to Kayla just in case. How are you? Nice to see you.
I'm getting better. Over the operation.
I don't know. I'm not sure if I know about that.
Had a hip replacement and then they had to redo it.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So back in the saddle, just actually I had to take IV intravenous for 6 weeks, had to give myself infusions 3 times a day. And that just ended yesterday. So now I'm trying to get my strength back. So I've been out since August.
You know, you were one of the last people I think I saw before all of this, face to face.
Yeah.
And so, gosh, I'm so sorry that you've had to go through that. That's just, I know a few people that have had to have double, so.
Everything was going fine, and then somehow it got infected, so they had to go back in.
Oh my gosh.
And do a little bit of changes and everything. But anyway, it's working out.
Oh wow. Well, thank goodness you're under care and seems like you're good right now.
Francie's my caretaker.
Yes, she's amazing. Tell her I said hi.
I will.
Hi, Karen. I see your beautiful face there. Nice to meet you and see you.
Good to meet you and good to see you.
Thank you. And then we've got some other people that they're on here. I'm so glad to meet you all. We're just going to wait just a couple minutes for anybody else that's coming on. I know my assistant's coming on too, but I don't think she had the code. So let's see here. Let me just tell her, type in the number and then the passcode. Whenever we start a class like this, is always trying to get everybody connected. I was just doing something that I was doing at 9 o'clock. Same thing, just trying to get everybody connected. So thank you everybody for coming on here right now. We've got 10 participants at the moment. I'm just going to give it just maybe another minute or two, and then we'll go ahead and start. I know you're so excited to talk about home warranty, right? There's Victoria. She's connecting.
I woke up at 2 this morning. I couldn't go back to sleep.
Really?
Yeah, I was so excited about this.
Oh my gosh. Good morning. You were so excited about this, Dave.
Yeah. Well, what's the $50 extra gonna do? So.
Oh my gosh. I'll give you the answer right now.
A lot, right?
Same as the amazingness before. Well, just, if you're in a hurry or anything, and if you have to run, I'll just dive into the pricing first of all, before anything. So let's see here. The other day when I was doing the presentation to all of you it was actually a week ago. I'm just gonna be very honest, and you'll get the real Heather here. But when I was doing the presentation, and then I said, yeah, our price is going up. I'm sorry. I got off that call and I was like, that is one of the worst presentations that I've ever done in my life. So it's one of those things that I've never in my career of my background of banking or being at Title Security or now being, for 9 years here at 210, never have I had to talk about a price increase that nothing else changed on the plan. So it's been very different for me to have to share that side. But so we'll just talk about a little bit about what happened. And if anybody wants to show their face besides Karen and Dave and I'd love to see you, but I understand if you don't. Oh, yay. Hi, Cindy. Cindy and I talked yesterday. Victoria's on here, so you can meet her. She's on here somewhere. I don't know if she's back or, oh yeah, her face is gone for a second. But anyways, I am just so thankful for our time together. This is going to be the most fun home warranty experience you've ever had in your life. So congratulations to you. Cindy, if you do want to cut back, you're welcome to, I know that whatever you're comfortable with, but it's great to see you. Thank you everyone for showing today. So what we wanted to do is we wanted to have a little bit of time to talk about the home warranty. Also, let's talk like my video. Hopefully you all saw my video that I sent out, the elephant in the room. Our company is increasing the price. We want to talk about protecting your sellers, closing more deals, helping you get that listing, receiving referrals, and then of course, utilizing the home warranty and the tools to protect your clients. The goal is so that you don't have calls back from all of your clients if they were mad about something that had failed in their home. So I always like to tell this story. I always like to start off with this story because it really kind of rocked my world. In the home warranty world, when this actually happened about 3 years ago. So I had an agent who had put the home warranty in the transaction. The buyer had closed, and then about 2 days into the transaction, the dishwasher wasn't working. So we sent out an appliance person, but they couldn't fix it because there was a receptacle issue with the electrical. So then we had to send out an electrician. And when the electrician was there at the home, there was a knock on the door and they said, there is a leak somewhere on your property. You have gone through 17,000 gallons of water. Unbelievable, right? So this, I know, right? Karen, thank you for your reaction. Hi, Jennifer. Thank you for joining us. So 17,000 gallons of water within about 2 days, or it was 3 days of ownership. So this buyer is just livid. She calls her buyer's agent and says, you know what? I won't tell you the agent's name, but says, I'm going to sue you. You should have checked all this stuff out. You sold me a lemon home. You better make sure all of this is fixed. So that agent calls me and says, oh my gosh, Heather, I really hope that you do what you say you're going to do, because this is something that obviously this is why we use a home warranty, because we never know what's going to actually come up in after ownership, right? The joys of ownership. So anyways, what had ended up happening is we send out a plumber, and there was a concrete encased leak under the main foundation of the home, undetectable, not being able to know that until once they had moved over all of the oh gosh, I'm drawing a blank. When you move all of your electric over, your water, all that into the owner's name. So all that to say, in that first week, we ended up paying $2,300 to take care of all of that, the labor, the parts, the equipment, the taking care of the plumbing, fixing the electrical, and then replacing the dishwasher. So that was a great story to be able to share, because it was also a timing situation. That woman's son was going to be graduating from college on the East Coast, and it all needed to be done within about 2 or 3 days. So it's kind of crazy, but it was a great hoorah story. But it rocked my world, because to me too, I want to make sure the home warranty is working the way that it is supposed to. So all that to say, thank you for your time, for your attention, for just having the conversation about home warranty. You have some great home warranty people at your fingertips. I'm very grateful to work for 210. I've been here for 9.5 years. I'm Heather Chumbler-Rich. Victoria Valles is here. She's my assistant. And I told her, I said, you might just pop on, say hi, and then I've got her so busy. Yeah, there she is.
Which I am here.
I've got her so busy. She's probably gonna pop off the line here, but So Victoria is my phenomenal, oh wait, come back for just a second. You're my phenomenal assistant. She's bilingual. She is here to help. So you've got both of us, and we didn't plan that we'd be wearing the same shirt today.
No,
I
we
guess
didn't.
it just shows you how in sync we are. But anyways, just know that you've got both of us here to help you. So thank you, Victoria. And if you have to pop off the line, that's totally good. I understand. So
I'll stay in case of questions or anything else, but I'm going to be back and forth.
okay, great. So can I just open it up, first of all, to anybody who has some questions that I want to make sure that I touch on and answer for you. So does anyone right now have any questions that I can write down to start this call off together? Are you just so excited about home warranty? It's one of those things, and I giggle over here because it's one of those, thank you, Karen. It's one of those things that, you know, the time when you need it is when you really get excited about it. Otherwise it's like, wow, you know, wah, wah. And sometimes when I do presentations, people are like, they're yawning and they're falling asleep. So anyways, I'll try and make this fun for you. So no questions right now?
Oh, Heather, I have one.
Yes. Hi, Sadie.
Hi. Let me get to, I was just sitting with my kids, but let me get to a spot where I can turn my
Sure.
camera on.
Oh, sure.
Uh-oh, I have to change my settings. Okay, anyway, I have a question about the agent discount. I had no idea that that was a thing. I
Okay,
just heard
good.
about it when I renewed my warranty this month, and I told them that I was realtor.
And they honored it for you?
They did, yeah. At first they
Good.
told me that I had to have some like a certain number of like referrals or something.
What?
Yeah, he's like, well, it's for agents who give us a lot of business. And I just said, I'm on Michelle
Oh, no.
Ripley's team, who's been doing this for 20 years. So I'm sure she's given you plenty of business, and he just honored it. So I don't.
Okay. On a side note, do you happen to know who you spoke to?
I don't.
Because
It was
that
customer service.
that person needs to be coached, because that's totally and utterly incorrect. It does not
Okay.
have anything to do with any amount of business at all. It just happens to do with, do you have your real estate license? If you have your real estate license, then yes, absolutely, we're going to honor you. So if there was any way on a side email or something, if there was any way to track, actually, I'd love for you to send me your address so I can go back and track and see who you talked to, because
Oh, yeah.
that I'm going to follow and I'm going to coach that person. So
Okay.
everybody, you already just saw a little bit of my passion. I'm here to do the right thing. We're here to do the right thing. And my company is a fantastic company. And that's one of our core values, is do the right thing. So that person that truly needs to be coached. It is not about any kind of a number. It is about just, if you are a phenomenal real estate agent, and then if you are, then yes, there's a realtor discount. It's keeping you at whatever the realtor rate is that's printed on the front of the home service agreement year after year. So currently right now, unfortunately, our price is going up. So that's a great lead in into the pricing. But next year for real estate agents, the pricing will be at 600. Now it's about $120, $130 discount from the consumer plan. So just know that every bit counts. So I'm glad that you were able to take advantage of that and that they took care of that for you, Sadie. Thank you for bringing that up too.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions before I dive into this really fun presentation? All right.
I
Let's
have one
just-
question,
yeah.
Heather. It's
Hi, Teresa. Hi.
I replaced the locks for my buyer,
Yes.
and I have the receipt, but I know looking at it, looks like they're supposed to sign in and they're supposed to get reimbursed, but can I sign in and just say that I purchased it and I did it myself, or how's that
Yeah.
done, or can I even get a reimbursement for that?
Oh, for sure. So I'm going to call you afterwards, and you and I'm going to log in for them. I'm going to make a login for them. And anytime that a homeowner goes onto our homeowner site, which is 210.com/homeowner, then they have to register. So once they register and get in, then it'll pop up on the screen saying, Happy Home Lock and Hardware, would you like to take advantage of this? And if you hit yes, then it'll provide you a work order number. So all we have to do is just get that work order number, which is how they're going to get the up to $100 back with their receipts that they provide. So I'll call you after this call, and then I'll just get that address and make sure that we get them all set up right so that we can get them their money back. So let's just talk about that.
Okay.
That's one of the greatest things with 210 is that we have a built-in closing gift for all of your clients. And actually I can also send you all of this. This is a certificate that I can send to you that's changeable, that basically you say, congratulations, you can put your homeowner name in there. Through Happy Home Lock and Hardware, you are eligible for up to $100 towards new locks and hardware. And you can sign it on the bottom and put the date on it. What's really great about this is we used to have a lock rekey program where we would dispatch out a company, and then instead we changed it. We thought, well, what if someone wants to go out and buy new hardware? What if they don't like the gold on the front of their front door and they want brass or nickel? So we do have this Happy Home Lock and Hardware program that, as long as your buyers go out, purchase what they want, and they go onto their homeowner portal, they log in and register, get that work order number, and they just email in the copies of their receipts, then they'll get up to $100 back during the first 45 days. So it's a really great, wonderful, wonderful gift to be able to give back to them. So Dave, let's talk about the price, right? The price is changing, everybody. I know you've heard me you've heard me do like a bomb not good presentation last week on your Keller Williams call. Karen's smiling at me because I said it was a bad one. Anyways, what has happened is my company, unfortunately, we've come to a crossroads because it was either these last 6 months we had an overabundance of claims that we never ever thought we were going to have. When this whole pandemic started back in March, we were not prepared for how it was going to affect us. So by having more people at home, by having them using more electricity, more appliances, blasting air conditioning, more plumbing, flushing more toilets, more showers or less showers if they weren't taking showers as much. But all that to say that we got hit with just an overabundance. In July alone, we had 14,000 more claims than what we've ever had in a 40-year history. So that resulted in, for us, 39% more claims placed across the country, 24% more calls received, and 31% more contractor dispatches. So that was just between June through August of 2019 compared to 2020. So that's how we got those numbers. So very interesting. It's kind of getting a little breathable now, but my company came to a crossroads and they said, well, we've got to either lessen the coverage, which would then result in more callbacks to all of you as the agents, or instead what we'll do is we'll have to increase the price. So everybody, unfortunately, we are increasing the price. It was November 3rd. It is $50, but not to worry if you've got some outstanding enrollments or contracts negotiation. We are going to work with you definitely up until the end of the year if we need to do some price changes. So thank you for your understanding, and I'm sorry about it, but we have to do that in an effort to keep our robust coverage so that you are continuously being supported by us as your home warranty partner. And when I say support, meaning that if your clients place claims, we want to be able to pay more of them. So that's just really, really important. All right, I'm going to share a screen and share with you some industry exclusives that I promised. Also, we're going to talk about how you can get referrals. So home warranty is really a tool that was actually designed by real estate agents way over 40 years ago. They wanted a way to offset their liability. So what we do is we try to repair, and if we can't repair, then we replace. And so it's a way to really protect the pocketbook. The idea is to just pay the service fee. But the benefit of home warranty is such a win-win in the fact that, you know, everybody is different. Every home warranty company is very different. But we all have to honor our terms and conditions of the contractual agreement. When we do that and when we pay claims, the great thing about that is that gives us the opportunity to go back to you and say, hey, Jennifer, hey, Dave, hey, Cindy, hey, Joseph, we went out and we paid this amount of money of claims for your clients. And that way it's a good repeat referral opportunity. Dave, have you ever used that information before? I know in the past, I used to probably get bombarded from some of my calls or some of my emails about the claims paid. Have you ever had experiences of that where it was helpful to get information from home warranty paid claims number? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I didn't know if you had ever utilized that kind of thing before. It's a.
There you go. I can't recall.
Has anybody ever had it? So I send out the emails every month, and Dave, they may be going to the main hub enrollment side. Dora might want to ask Dora for those claims numbers, those paid claims number. But it's really helpful to be able to say, oh, look at 210 paid $328 for this claim for this address, and then calling up the homeowners to say, hey, I saw that you just got some money saved from 210 from a breakdown in your home. That's great. Glad that you have it. How did that experience go? And also, hey, do you have any buyers or sellers that would like to be represented? You all have amazing scripts with Keller Williams. And just being able to have that as a tool is how we are able to give you the leads for more referrals. So every month, I just sent out over 1,000 emails telling my realtors in my area what claims we paid. I'm a little bit behind. I'm now about to send out August, and August is over 1,000 emails again, so it takes a little bit of time. But in August, we paid over $230,000 in claims, and it was just a little bit over 1,000 of the actual claims that were placed. September, it was 998 claims placed, and we paid over $223,000. That's just in my territory alone. So when I promise you that I'm going to tell you about how you can help to gain referrals for you, it's ultimately being able to talk about the claims paid information. We're very, very thankful in our Arizona market that in the listing agreement and in the purchase contract, it does talk about home warranty. So at least just having the conversation that, you know, home warranty is available. We're going to talk about that seller coverage side and how you can help, or how this this seller coverage can help you gain that listing. So I'm gonna move you into that here in just a second. So just know that I'm thankful for your business, but I want to champion you back. So I'm gonna let you know what claims we pay so that you can go back out, have a repeat referral conversation, just talking about. And then also, please know that this home service agreement can be utilized for friends and family members. If you have if you're doing an open house and you've got a big group of people that are coming in, an entourage of family members, because one person wants to buy a warranty, or I'm sorry, buy the home, we can provide a warranty. Just so you know, we can provide this to anybody that you know, as long as they come to me directly. So this exact plan is actually available just through me, through your neighbors, your mom, your dad, your brothers, sisters, friends, family, whoever it is. We can always offer this exact plan. We do have a direct to consumer plan department. I secretly compete against them. They don't have the exact same coverage that I do. I have more robust coverage. So by all means, utilize this home warranty even as a talking point to be able to then get you more conversation when you've got new people that you've met, if especially at a open house. So I'm going to share my screen here. I'm going to show you just a couple things. So let me know if you can see this presentation. Everybody see this at the moment?
Yes.
All right, thank you. So what we want to do is we want to help you get more clients, more transactions, happy clients, more transactions, and so that you just have a solid reputation. So again, being able to just talk about home warranty in the actual, the transaction, whether you're representing the seller side or you're representing the buyer side, we've got some great tools for you here. So more transactions is what we want for you. I want to be able to give you referral opportunities, because then hopefully that will go into happy clients, and then you just building a solid reputation with your whole partnership around you. So what I wanted to share is that we've got some great exclusives that I'm leading into here. We'll kind of go through this real fast, and then I'll dive into the home service agreement, which, by the way, Dave, I know you wanted to know what changed on the pricing or with the pricing, and nothing has changed in the home service agreement, just the price. So it's still all the same. So we'll go over just a review of that here.
Service fee, the $75 service fee, the same?
Still the same.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, we just went up $50, and even the condo townhouse price went up $50. So, all right. So over to the left side, you'll see where 210 pays 87.5% of all claims placed. We champion ourselves on just paying our claims. Home warranty companies have a really bad reputation. There was someone I met last night, and they said, "So what do you do for a living?" And I said, "I work in home warranty." And then I go like this, like that, right? Because it's either positive or negative. People have either had a really happy experience or they've had a negative experience. And so it's very interesting to hear of what goes on. But sometimes people have a negative experience if they didn't read their terms and conditions or read their plan. And also if they don't have a local person that they can call to help, which is what I really champion myself on, is that I'm here and very passionate about what I do. But we also pay our claims here at 210. So we've been in the business for 40 years. We do survey our homeowners. We have a 4.2 out of a 5-star rating. And that's really important to us, because we're only as good as what the service that we provide. So tomorrow, I'm actually going to go secretly shop one of my service providers. Yes, I do that because I want to make sure that they're doing a great job for our homeowners. So just know that we have a complete department that watches and monitors, surveys to make sure that our service providers are doing good. And it's not always going to go perfect, but by all means, we want to know if things are not going well so that we can step into to get things on track. And then all the way over to the right side, we've got even if service fee guarantee. I really want to make sure that we touch on that, because this is an exclusive about 210. So I'm going to share with you a story about that here in just a second. Can everybody see the full page, or can you see me moving something across the screen? Because I don't know if I should probably exit out from my main view.
Our pictures and everything are on the right-hand side, so it's kind of covered a little bit.
It is? Okay. Thank you for letting me know that. I think I might do this. Is that better?
There you go. That's better.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that feedback. Okay. So, and it's the very top part here. Let's see, I skipped one? No, I didn't. So we just want you to know that we do cover the full end-to-end claims management. We do track that. We also have Happy Home Lock and Hardware where we talked a little bit about that, and then the complimentary seller coverage. So at the top right-hand corner, we do have the most comprehensive HVAC coverage. And that is something that's really important right now, especially with the new mandate of them not producing Freon anymore for air conditioning. I'm going to touch on this when I just show you the front of our home service agreement. but want to make sure that we really touch on this because it's going to affect you and all of your clients. So I'll come back to that. But in our Avid ratings, we do have a company that we have hired. We have a 4.3 out of a 5-star average overall rating. We are not a pay-to-play home warranty company. There are some websites like homewarrantyreviews.com that they expect you to pay them to get good reviews online. And we don't do that. We pay our claims. So we want to make sure that we're being honest and ethical and not being cheating in any way. So this Avid Ratings is a company that we hired to survey our homeowners to then capture honest feedback to then feed into the search engines and Google and all that stuff. So happy clients share positive reviews of their agent online, and also that's just, you know, it's all about referrals. So we want to make sure that we can get you more referrals. So the idea of home warranty, especially in the HVAC category, this is what we're really used for quite a bit. HVAC, plumbing, water heaters, the big stuff. So our HVAC coverage does have unlimited refrigerant, which is really big deal right now. We have SEER matching and refrigerant recapture and haul-away. This stuff is not always covered with other home warranty companies, so we're really proud of the fact that we do offer it. And there is a service fee to have service to the home. So the idea is you just pay the service fee, and then what we try to do is repair. If we can't repair it, we replace it. I ended up getting a brand new unit at my old home that I had sold. I had one of our buyer options that's called pre-season HVAC tune-up. And when they came out, they said, boy, your system is shot. You've got a leak somewhere in the system. Your Freon is foamy, it's grinding. It's not worth trying to patch it back to put, you know, to replace one part, which like changing a tire in a car, where we can make a car run beautifully again, it just wasn't worth it. So I ended up paying $75 and I got a brand new 14 SEER unit. And that's what is so beautiful about home warranty, and especially with 210. So very, very proud of that. This Happy Home Lock and Hardware, we talked a little bit about that with Teresa. Teresa had that great question when we first started. So this is a unique industry exclusive here with 210, where it's a built-in buyer gift. Your buyers can go out, buy new hardware, hire a locksmith, get copies of their keys. And as long as they submit their receipts online with it, they'll get a check back up to $100. So that's really a fantastic perk to working with 210. We also have the seller coverage. Now, I am going to talk like I'm you in the next screen here when we start talking about seller coverage. But ladies and gentlemen, if there's one thing that I can just say that you took away from this time together, it's the importance of using seller coverage. Even if you're representing the buyer, I want to help you get seller coverage on that property, because what happens is it establishes a history of coverage. It also can be used during the time the property is on the market. It's a gift to the seller, and it doesn't cost anything for the heating, electrical, plumbing, and appliances. It's free. It just has to be enrolled. The only thing that does cost something is that you'll see in the middle of the screen there where it says $50 air conditioning and heat pump option, is that we can provide coverage for the air conditioning and heat pump during the time the property is on the market. It's $1,500 worth of coverage, and it's only $50. So I want to make sure we really touch on this, and I'd love for your interaction if you have questions. And by the way, I can't see if you're raising your hand or anything, so you'll have to unmute yourself and just chime in if you have any questions on anything that you see. This screen here, even if service fee guarantee, is I just love this part about my home service agreement. We are the only home warranty company that will give you your service fee back if it's not eligible for coverage. So again, I had a situation where my neighbor called me in my old house and she said, Heather, you're watering the neighborhood. You got this water spewing out from the front of your house or on the side of your house. I placed a claim, met the plumber there about the same time at the end of the day, and I paid him the $75 service fee. And then he said, oh, sorry, it's not eligible for coverage. This is your irrigation valve. So I didn't know that from afar. I didn't really even know that, period. So I paid that $75 service fee, but that's okay, because with 210, we're the only home warranty company that will give the service fee back. So I got it back, and that was fantastic. So we want you to know your clients are not out anything if we can't service it, so they can always get their money back. And then the second portion down here that says, if a covered part that was serviced and fails again during the term of the service agreement, another service fee will not be due. Our goal is for our service providers to do it right the first time. So we want to make sure that they absolutely will, do that correction. And we're human; things don't always work out the way that we expect them to be. So if we have to send the service provider back out during the portion of the whatever's left over of the contract period, then they will not have to, the homeowners will not have to pay another service fee. This is normally with home warranty companies, there's either a 30-day parts and labor or a 60-day parts and labor, but with us, it's whatever is left on the whole duration of the service agreement. So are you having fun, everybody? I'm going to pause. Are you having fun?
Absolutely.
Yes, thank you, Rick. Nice to see that you're here. Thank
coming
you.
up, so I'm excited about that too.
Oh gosh.
I'm just joking, Okay. I have a question quick.
So sometimes home warranty can feel like a root canal, yeah?
Yeah. You guys
Okay, I'm
cover
ready.
anything concerning solar?
Not at the moment. It's a very common question that comes up. That comes up a lot for water heaters. We don't cover the solar portion, but of course we'll cover the water heater part. So nothing that has to do with solar at this time.
Okay.
Great question. Any other
Yeah,
questions?
I just want to say thank you for having solar coverage. I think it's very beneficial, and representing the buyer, we've been able to ask for solar coverage, and solar is appreciative of it as well, because it takes a headache away from them. So,
Oh my goodness. I'm so grateful for that. Thank you for that information, because I'm going to just tell you when we get to the home service agreement, and also I have so many stories about solar coverage. I wish I would have written a book about it, but I'm really glad to know that you're utilizing it, because that's half of it right there. Just let me help you get it. If you have a client, whether you're representing seller side or buyer side, and as long as someone is buying the warranty at closing, when it closes, I want to help you get it on that property, because I've seen it work again and again and again. And thank you for that feedback. That's really great. Any other questions or comments? Or my boss always says emotional outbursts, and I always go, what? Just to keep things light. So anything else anyone wants to say before I tell you about the appliance suite? All right, let's go back to the appliance suite. All right. A lot of people don't know that we have this appliance suite within home warranty. So all of you on this call, thank you. You're more ahead of knowledge than most agents about home warranty for 210, because this is something that you won't know unless you actually open up the home service agreement and you really look line by line of the pages. And most people don't always do that, right? So this is something that we have in our plan. It's already built in. It's actually built in for the seller side and the buyer side. So Teresa, if you didn't know that, sellers can take advantage of this too. We have an appliance discount program. So here's a story. My stepson decided that he was going to make macaroni and cheese in the microwave with no water, right? Oh my goodness, I thought our house was burning up. And the microwave burned up. The back of the microwave had burned up from that. And so I could not let my family cook in that any longer. So what I did is I went onto this website where it says appliance discount program. We have websites to GE and Whirlpool, and there's a special code for our sellers or for our buyers. And so I went onto the website and I was able to get a new standalone microwave for the counter. And it was, for that experience, it was about 45% off. So I compared that with Lowe's and Home Depot and, you know, of course on the GE and Whirlpool websites. But this has been just a really great way to be able to help save money for our clients. So if they want to buy any new appliance for their home, then we can give them those codes and get them up to 65% off. We also do appliance color match. It's customary in the home warranty industry for home warranty companies to replace either black or white, but with us, we match the color, or we try to. If we're not going to get pink, pink's not really out there as well. But if there's stainless steel, we're going to match stainless steel. We are really proud about that. And then the appliance replacement offer. This is if people don't even want to mess with the home warranty at all, and they just want to go ahead and get just $100 back in a check. They get to save their service fee. I had a woman call me yesterday and she wanted to take advantage of this, but I tried to talk her out of it. I tried to talk her out of the appliance replacement offer, and here's why. The appliance replacement offer will save you $175 total. You'd get a check for $100 if you don't want to go through the whole process of the repair to replacement process that's designed through the warranty. They just get their check for $100. So they save their $75 fee. They don't have to pay anyone, and they just get a check mailed to them for $100. So what I was trying to talk her out of was, I said, you know, the disadvantage of home warranty is timing. It's not an emergency. And so people sometimes, they don't want to wait for the repair process, or they don't want to wait for the, the repair to replacement process. But if you're willing to wait, usually if we send out a service provider and if they can repair the unit, then there's usually a higher amount of what we call in our world a repair buyout. So we have a repair buyout amount, we have a replacement buyout amount. That's the amount of money that we would have paid to correct the breakdown. So I was trying to talk her into, if she's okay with the sacrifice of time, let the warranty go through its process. And then at that point, she'd have probably more than $175, and she'd probably have a significant better amount for the repair or replacement buyout amount. So all that to say, there's options here, and I'm pretty proud of the fact that we're able to do that. My brother went out and had bought brand new stove and microwave to match, and I said, well, give me your receipts. We can reimburse 2 per year. So I got him $200 back. So he was pretty proud about that.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
So just for further explanation, when you said something about your stepson and the microwave, was it a standalone at that point?
Yeah, I have a laundry room that we have it just standalone right over there. So, but if it was a built-in, there's built-in appliances on that website also. So all kinds of choices on there. And at the very end here, we've already talked about this, but what I want to do is I want to take us straight over to the actual home service agreements. So let me go ahead and go here and show you. Actually, I'm going to show you, you'll have to help me if you can't see this. Can everybody see this email here that's in front? It says quick recap of coverage.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
Thank you. I'm going to email all of you this information, and what it is this is our most recent information with the new pricing, and it's going to have a breakdown, a recap of everything that I've pretty much covered while we're on the phone here today. So just know that these are coming to you. This information for sellers is an email that you can keep on your computer and just forward it to the sellers, because it's from me. It talks about the seller coverage, and then also information for buyers. That's the same thing. Now I'm going to try and open this. You have to let me know if you can see this. If not, I think I'm going to have to share it a different way. Can you see the home service agreement where it says smile?
No,
Okay,
No,
so
I don't see that either.
let me try this. Thank you for the feedback. How about this now? Can you see that?
yep,
All right. So what I want to do is I want to just show you the home service agreement, but I want to take a quick moment to tell you about HVAC. So this is one of those things that it's going to affect you and it's going to affect your clients. In January of this year, they're not producing Freon any longer. So this is how it will affect you. Your clients will be told at some point that they are going to need to replace their HVAC unit because there is no Freon available any longer. Has anybody heard this yet? No?
No.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
I have.
Yes, Cindy has,
Yes.
Sadie has. Pretty crazy, right? It makes me so mad when I hear this. I've been on radio stations multiple times to talk about it. It's just not true. Okay. So here's the true scoop of this. The true scoop is that because they're not manufacturing Freon any longer, because it's in an effort to save our ozone layer, we have alternative refrigerants. Now, I want to say this too, is that the R22, there are still hundreds and thousands of drums available of R22. One drum holds 30 pounds of Freon. So we're going to be okay for a while. But when we do start exhausting all of our surplus of that R22, which is Freon, then we're moving into alternative refrigerants. Alternative refrigerants, there's 10 of them that are EPA approved, and they do just well, maybe about 10% less efficient than the Freon does, but it's still a great alternative to cool the homes. It will require changing out compatible components and some labor to do that. So all this to say, not to worry. It's going to be okay. Your clients don't have to go out and buy a brand new HVAC system at all. So be aware of that because there's other options. Sometimes I will secretly shop HVAC companies if they want to come on board with us. And then I ask them, well, not when I say secretly shop, I just ask them, what do you think about this whole non-producing Freon anymore? How's it going to affect us? And if they say, oh, we're going to need to replace HVAC systems left and right, then I don't want them on my network because I know for a fact that that's not. So the highest invoice that I have ever seen for Freon is $195 a pound. It costs us $36 a pound to get it. So this is a moment of where it could be highway robbery from if the HVAC companies are not honest and ethical. So this takes us back to the front of our home service agreement here that we're really proud of the fact that we cover unlimited refrigerants. So if you're working with a home warranty company that only covers $10 or $20 per pound, and they're having to put in 3 pounds, and that company is charging $195 a pound, that's close to $600, which is the price of the home warranty. So we're really proud of the fact at 210 that we do cover unlimited refrigerants. We do SEER matching. We do retrofitting. We will do what needs to be done to get the home seller, the home buyer, cooling and making sure that they're taken care of. That was just one of the things that my CEO of our company, Scott Cromie, he is really wanting to make sure that we keep that robust coverage, especially that's why we decided not to lessen the coverage just recently with this price change. So, all right. The 2 other things we've already talked about, Happy Home Lock and Hardware, but I do want to make sure we really hit on that seller coverage. So let me take you to the last page. This is the very last page of the home service agreement. By the way, I am waiting for my supply fully to get here so I can go replace the pricing home service agreements in your office. So just know that it's coming here, but this is the new one. It used to be $550, now it's $600. Everything else has stayed the same. But over here to the left side, you'll see that it says Supreme, and we only have one plan and one price with 210 Home Buyers Warranty, which is all these blue dots over here. But ladies and gentlemen, here's the seller side. And we got to really hit in on this because again, it's free money. So all of these this green dots here is what is eligible for coverage for the seller. So I'm going to act like I'm you right now. Ready? Okay, so here's what happens. In line 165 of your listing agreements and line 295 of your purchase contract is where home warranty is discussed. So I'm going to act like I'm you as the seller's agent right now. And this is where let's act like you are up against 4 other agents and they're all trying to get that listing. So you got some other homes for sale on the same street. This one agent comes over, they monopolize the neighborhood, you know, and you're like, how did they get that listing too? How did they get that listing, right? Okay, so you're sitting down with the sellers at their dining room table, and now you're to the point in the listing agreement on line 165 that talks about home warranty. So now here I go, I'm moving into you. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, so we are now in the point where we're talking about home warranty to list your home, and you do have the ability of including a home warranty in this transaction. Studies show that homes sell faster when a home warranty is included for the buyer, because the buyer doesn't know the history of the systems and appliances of the home like you do. You know when you had that breakage of the plumbing. You know when you had to replace your refrigerator. Now, yes, they're going to have the spuds. They're going to be able to verify what was disclosed, but you just know this property. They don't. So they want to have some peace of mind. So if you're willing to provide this warranty at closing, then we can give you some extra coverage during the time the property is on the market. Did the other agent tell you about the free coverage that you can get through home warranty? No, they didn't tell me about it. Well, I'm going to tell you all about it. If you list with me, then I'll be able to get you protection for your heating, electrical, plumbing, and appliances. Today, I can start the coverage today. So from now until closing, if you have a leak in your master bath next week, I've got coverage for you. If your dishwasher all of a sudden doesn't work next week, I've got coverage for you. So I'm going to protect your pocketbook from now until closing. Now, the one thing that the company that offers this home warranty is going to ask you is if you want to have air conditioning coverage also from now until closing. And if you do, then it would just be an extra $50 paid at closing. So the total amount at closing would be $650. Are you interested in protecting yourself and also providing that warranty for the buyer, which will also make your listing stand out than the other 2 or other 3 down the street that are listed right now? What do you think? And then hopefully if it's okay in their budget, then they'll be willing. It's a no-brainer. So they'd be willing to do that. All right, well, here's a story for you. So I had an agent that she did that exact same thing, and she sat down with the seller. The seller said, absolutely. We want to be protected during the time the property is on the market. I want also that extra $50 air conditioning option. So she put it on there. Well, this is a property in Green Valley, and it was actually coming up to about 6 months on the market. So at the 6-month time, I'm going to send you an email that says, hey, this is about to expire. Would you like for me to just go into the system and change the expiration date and give you another 6 months? It's free. It's just what I do as a courtesy as your senior account executive with 210. I want to make sure I'm protecting you and your clients. So she told me, she said, I saw your email. You asked if I wanted to add it for another 6 months. And I thought, well, what's going to happen? We're going to close this week, right? Well, all she had to do was just say, yes, just email me back, yes, or yes, extend that. That's all she had to do. Well, guess what happened that week, ladies and gentlemen? Anyone? It's okay. I'll say because I think we're all broke. Yes. Air conditioning broke. She tells me she had to pay $4,000 out of her pocket. Yes, right, Jennifer? I see you shocked. $4,000 out of her pocket because she didn't keep that coverage current for that seller. So the seller held her responsible to say, hey, I told you I just wanted coverage all the way up until closing. So that agent ended up having to, and when she told me she had to pay $4,000, my first thought was, you got ripped off. That was my first thought, you got ripped off, because there's so much you can do to repair than to replace. So for example, like changing a tire on a car to make it run beautifully, right? I had another gentleman, he actually was with Keller Williams, and he called me and he said, Heather, oh my gosh, I really need your help. I've got this elderly lady. She's one of those that just kind of gets things done. She takes control and takes charge of stuff. And her air conditioning system has broken. She's had your warranty for 8 months. There's a new company coming out tomorrow. She's paying them over $4,000 to replace her unit. And he says she hasn't even placed a claim with 210 yet. And I said, sure, I'll be happy to call her. So I call, I'm on the phone with her for about 30 minutes, just explaining the value of the warranty and what it will do for her. And if she will just allow us to send someone out, the risk to her is the service fee. So finally, she allowed me to send someone out. I sent someone out the next day, and it was just the fan blower. That was the only thing wrong, was the fan blower. She didn't need a brand new unit. So we put it right back through the warranty. And unfortunately, the last I had known of that situation is that company that was going to come out the next day to replace was going to charge her a $1,200 restocking fee. But it's just another one of those stories of HVAC that is, you know, when in question, call me. Let me talk to you about it, because you know, I've got some things that I can pull out of my pocket to really help. And one of the things that I'm going to talk about is I'm going to talk about the HVAC certification. Teresa, are you raising your hand to talk to a question?
No, that was a clap. Sorry.
Oh my gosh, I've never seen that before, so I didn't know what that was. Oh, that's cool. Awesome. Was that a high five? Did we just give each other a high five?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you. You know, the instructor needs a little bit of some oomph to keep on going. Ladies and gentlemen, I just started teaching Zumba again back 4 years ago. Remember, Dave? Remember, Rick? We used to do Zumba, right? Yeah. Remember, we used to do it in our Keller Williams meetings. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
You don't know if I ever. Yeah, Rick remembers. Rick was doing it. Anyways, talking about instructors who, you know, you need, or people presenting, you just need a little bit of that pat on, you know, or the high five or whatever. I taught a class the other night, and they were quiet as mice. The time before, they were loud as could be, and so it's fun to have some kind of response back. So thank you for that high five. I don't even know how to give you a high five back, but I'm giving it to you right now.
I taught Zumba for 7 years. It's always the front row divas that keep you going.
Yeah.
They're like, they remember the choreo. When you forget it, you're just like, thank you.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Good for you, Jennifer. That's our bonding. We'll have to talk about that. I'll show you my picture and me and Beto one day. Okay. Yeah, we'll get on the phone. We'll talk. All right, so here we go. Going back to the home service agreement. So I just want to make sure that that seller side is that we know about that. So let me just show you in the air conditioning side what it looks like in the home service agreement. Sorry, this doesn't make anybody dizzy. Okay. So in the air conditioning side, on the seller side, you know, it's that extra $50, right? So in this top, top section that's got the little dot here, for everybody see the dots, the bullet point over to the left side under each category. So each category is heating. We've got air conditioning and heat pump. We have appliances. And then we also down here have plumbing and electrical. And so this, you can see the seller coverage is where we've got those little round bullet points. Well, that's what the seller is going to get. And even opening it up and showing the seller while you're at that listing appointment to say, see, this is what I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you this coverage today. I'm going to get you everything that you see as a little bullet point here is what's going to be eligible for you during the time that your property is on the market. Air conditioning, I want to take a moment to just go into this topic for a second. Some people will call me and say, no, sorry, we didn't use 210 because you only cover $1,500 down there. Okay, everybody, that's wrong. That's wrong. I just want to make sure you all know that these dollar limits listed at the bottom are specifically for these kind of things. So at the very top, in the heating and air conditioning category, we say up to 2 systems covered per year per contract. So that's either 2 repair, I mean, not just 2 repairs, it's up to 2 system replacements per year per contract. The only dollar limits that we have is what's listed down here. So geothermal and water source systems, those are heating and cooling in the concrete. Or I saw my first water source system in 9 years. And then also the water cooled air conditioners and the concrete encased, those are the dollar limits for those. So I just want to make sure that you know that we have very robust air conditioning, and we are very proud of that. All right, I'm going to finish off with this. Our last bit of all, this is the optional HVAC inspection. When we talk about air conditioning, this is something that we decided that we really needed to bring forward here because we need inspectors. They're important, but if they're not a licensed HVAC provider, then we cannot, they cannot open up the system. So we did create about 7 years ago this program. It's optional. Think of this like a roof inspection, like a termite inspection. This is an HVAC inspection. So what we do is we send out our service provider to go out and check out the system. They do have guidelines of what we expect them to look for to make sure the system's in good and safe working order. And then the contractor will call, schedule some time. They'll go out and they'll do a very in-depth report it's about a 59-point inspection of what's going on with that system. And if it passes, then they'll give a certificate that says, yep, it's passed. If it doesn't pass, they'll give a recommendation as to what needs to be done. And so either that service provider, which I recommend the 210 service provider to do it because they're required to warrant their work, or you can get another HVAC company that has to be licensed to do the work. Just provide us a paid receipt that it was completed, and then we will certify that unit, saying that if there is a failure right after closing, then we're going to cover it because we knew that there were no pre-existing conditions. We ruled it out and that it was functioning. But here's the best part of all, everybody. It says there's a waiver here, and this waiver can be used for the seller or buyer, so you can present it in your presentation. But the waiver, after being advised of the benefits and the cost of the optional HVAC inspection, we decline to certify the HVAC unit. We agree to hold the broker and or agent harmless if there is later a failure that would have been covered had an HVAC inspection occurred. So I've got numerous stories about this HVAC certification program, how we've been able to help hold things together. And I just really hope that is helpful for you, and that if you have any questions, and also, by the way, I'll send you that information. But let me help you. Like I said about air conditioning, if you've got any questions at all, let me help you. Because then I'll look at the warranty, I'll see what coverage we have or what we don't have or what our options are. And I'm here to support you, and I'm very thankful for your business. So is there any, when I leave you here, I'm about to finish up because I know I've kind of gone over a couple minutes, but wanted to see if there's anything that I can answer for you at the end here. I think we covered everything. We helped you how to get a listing in a competitive market. You got to use that seller coverage. Protect your sellers because it also establishes a history of coverage for the buyers later because it shows that we had coverage longer in the system. Helping to close more deals, just getting you that coverage, the peace of mind for the clients, the home warranty. The receiving of the referrals is what I share with you of the claims that we pay for your clients so that you can go back out and get more clients, and also utilizing this warranty because of you and me together and having this connection, we can provide this warranty to any of our clients, customers, friends at this discount, as opposed to sending them to the direct to consumer. And last but not least, we've got tools on our website. So if you ever want to be able to upload the home maintenance guide where you can put your picture and your logo, it's one of my most favorite things on the website. So make sure that you do pull that. And then also we do have military discount. We love our military. Thank you if there's anybody military on this call. Very grateful for you. So we've got a $25 discount for those that have served or are directly serving. So whether we apply that to the seller side or the buyer side, we just want to honor our military. So, okay, I think, let's see, is there any chats, anything I'm missing? Thank you so much. Oh, good. Yes, perfect. Yep, that would be great. If you have any personal questions, anything that you want to ask about your warranty, please email me. Teresa, I'm going to reach back out to you after we get off this call, and I'd love to know just any kind of feedback. It's not always going to go perfect, but I'm here to help guide things and keep things moving along. So thank you for your business, everybody. I appreciate, oh, thank you for the thumbs up. Love that. I appreciate it. All right. Thanks for staying with me. Have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you all. Be safe and healthy out there, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye. Thank you.